Welcome to the GCN Tech Show, the first of 2023. Coming up this week, we've got yet more changes to the UCI rules, some updates on the equipment used by some of the biggest World Tour teams, and what could be the ultimate analog derailleur.
And this week we are discussing tech controversial cycling opinions. Controversial cycling tech opinions.
Sounds fantastic. Should we do it?
Yeah.
So this week, we're going to be having a little bit of fun because we're going to discuss unpopular tech cycling opinions, some of our own, and then also some of yours that you've been leaving in the comments section on the community section of our YouTube channel. So should we dive into ours first?
Come on then, hit me with your unpopular opinions.
Right, I've chosen 3 unpopular opinions here to share with everybody. I'm a little bit apprehensive sharing these. First one, oil slick anodizing is absolutely amazing. It should be on everything that it can possibly be on. Yeah?
No.
Count that as an unpopular one. Bags on bikes look stupid.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, great news. Indoor training is actually fun.
Yeah, I think bike, like, I tell you the ones I don't like,
Yeah.
and I know this is unpopular because they are so popular because I see them everywhere, is the little handbag, bar bag things.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right, now I appreciate that
like
they
what
have,
gravel riders would have.
yes, they
Yeah.
have a use. You can
Yeah.
store things in them, which you might need.
Yeah.
But where I don't like them is
Yeah.
where people who are using them, but you never needed it before now.
Yeah.
So it's like you're going on your Sunday ride, never needed a bar bag before, but now you need one. And it's destroying the aerodynamic benefit of your £1,000 cockpit that
Yeah.
you've got on your bike.
I'm completely with you on that. Do you think people are just taking stuff out of their pockets and then putting it into the bar bag and just having nothing in their pockets? Or are they taking extra gubbins?
I think they're taking extra gubbins they don't need. I think it's a combination of all of those things.
Okay, fair.
Choose your pockets.
And you said you agree with me. You think indoor training is fun?
Yes, although we know from this comment that Dan Evans,
Yeah.
friend of the channel, he disagrees.
Yeah, Dan
Former
Ev-
national hill climb champion.
Dan Evans only said a man of a few words. He says Zwift has ruined cycling. I've got to say I
That's his
disagree.
unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
It's not ours. I disagree
No.
with that.
Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah.
Do you want to run through your unpopular opinions then?
Yes.
All right.
Right. First up, I think that most bikes are unfit for purpose.
You're
And I
gonna
need
have to like
explain-
it. Yeah, you have to explain that.
I think it basically boils down to geometry, because most bikes are designed for racers and people who do a lot of miles, or pros who are trying to win the world's biggest bike races.
Yeah.
If you are a really experienced cyclist, you're flexible, and you do a lot of mileage, you can get into like an aggressive position.
Yeah.
But, and we know this from speaking to our bike fit friends, like Bike Fit Jake,
Yeah.
that we know that a lot of people who are getting these bikes, they'd be better off having a bike that had more relaxed geometry.
Yeah.
But there aren't a huge number of bikes out there that are performance road bikes with relaxed geometry on them.
That's true. You end up with loads of spaces underneath your handle.
My next one
Yeah.
is that gravel bikes are pointless.
How are they pointless?
I know this is going to be controversial.
Yeah, I completely disagree. Of course they're not. They're not pointless. It's a gravel bike. So you
Okay.
ride on gravel with it.
So, right,
Yeah.
proof of this.
I just laugh at it already.
When it's like really like nice smooth gravel,
Yeah.
Gravel World Champs won by a road bike.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. No
Right.
doubt about it.
And
Yeah.
if it was really gnarly gravel, the kind that could damage your road bike,
Yeah.
choose a mountain bike.
Yeah.
It's more fun and you'll go faster.
But what if you're in those middle grounds of those two scenarios that you've given? Then a gravel bike literally is a culmination of those two types.
While I agree with that, in theory,
Yeah.
in my experience, that is a very I've never come across that situation. Every time I've done it, I've thought, do you know what? Actually, a road bike that's lighter would be better here on this really smooth, nice gravel.
Yeah.
Or
And then when it's been really rough.
I've been like, actually, I would have been faster on a mountain bike. And I've been, yeah.
All right. I think a lot of people are going to disagree with that,
Right.
especially people with gravel bikes.
One of the freedoms that's afforded to you.
Yeah.
You're allowed to disagree.
Now, what about time trial bikes then? Because if you want to go fast, you just go, you just don't need a time trial bike, just get a road bike.
Yeah, but time trial bike is faster in time trials.
but a gravel bike is faster in lots of gravel things.
Yeah, but my argument is that it's not, because I've done lots of gravel events that have been won by people on mountain bikes.
I'm going to have to agree to disagree on this.
Gravel events I've done have been won by people on mountain bikes, or they've been, like the UCI Worlds was won by people on road bikes, not on gravel bikes.
I can't argue with that, to be fair. Yeah.
Whereas no time trial has been won on a road bike or gravel bike against people on time trial bikes.
Or a mountain bike.
So the time trial bike is fit for purpose.
Glad we cleared that up. Any more unpopular tech opinions?
Oh, I'm good for now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So shall we dive into what people have been leaving?
Yes.
Right, okay. This is the most exciting bit.
There's some good ones.
Hopefully, with any luck, we've asked everyone else here at GCN Megabase to share their unpopular opinions. So if they've done a little bit of their own hard work for us, we'll have those clips now.
Unpopular tech opinion: when you buy a bike brand new, it should come completely assembled with mudguards. That should just come with the bike, and then it should be your decision whether to take them off or not. But everyone should start out with those mudguards on their bike. I mean, it's there staring you in the face right in front of you. Why not? Whilst I may get rinsed in the comments for saying that, imagine trying to buy mudguards for a bike and you have to go searching for one that's compatible. If it came with the bike, don't have to do anything. They're already there. Job done. Just to add, that is any bike. That's any bike that exists should come with mudguards.
Well, Dries Genshins says anything more than 105 is a waste of money.
That is unpopular.
That is an unpopular opinion. I think that in terms of bang for buck, mechanical 105, 11 speed.
Yeah,
that was the optimum bang for buck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Performance versus cost. So,
Trisha Lilly says mudguards should go on all bikes except for dedicated race bikes. Yeah, I can kind of get on board with that. I feel like people should have the choice, but yeah, all right.
But she also says they look good.
Yeah, I disagree with that. Mudguards don't look good.
That's why it's a controversial opinion.
Yeah.
That's why.
Carlos P, gone full hog on this, says internal cable routing is an absurd gimmick. Downtube cable routing should be obsolete by now too. Oh, and carbon fibre should only be used for racing. It's dirty tech. And don't get me started on 3x chainrings for us non-racers who actually climb tall and steep mountains.
Right.
Strong opinion.
Yeah. I think, I like aero.
Yeah.
Big aero benefit for internal cables. Plus it does look neater.
It does, but it is a bit of a pain.
Can be.
Yeah.
And it's not all brands do it as well as others.
Okay. Next one, Adam Craig. Bikes need more regulations. Rim brakes should be banned because they suck. And dynamo lights should be standard. That's very unpopular.
More regulation?
We don't need more regulations. We need less.
Who's going to enforce these regulations?
We're going to need to recruit more UCI police.
Dynamo lights. Oh, they slow you down though.
Yeah. And good modern lights last for ages between charging them up.
You get solar lights. Mark Hindley. Power meters are a useless waste of money.
Oh, God. Well, it is an unpopular opinion. Can't deny it.
It is an unpopular opinion. I love power meters.
Yeah. But I quite like them too.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
If you could never ride with a power meter ever again, would you still ride your bike?
Without a power meter?
Yeah.
I quite like not having a power meter, it doesn't matter.
Or Zwift? And at what point do you stop riding your bike? You've got no power meter, you've got no Strava.
Yeah.
So you're still riding your bike.
Yeah.
No disc brakes, you've only got rim brakes.
I'll ride my bike. I'll do that for ages like that. Yeah.
You're on Shimano Sora and a heavy aluminium bike. You still ride your bike?
Yeah.
You're still riding your bike?
Yeah, I love it a lot.
You're only allowed
the only way...
Euro bike. You had to ride the Euro bike, and you weren't allowed to ride any bike, but you still ride your bike.
I'd probably draw the line close to the Euro bike.
Right, find your limit. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I feel like my limit is quite low. You? Nothing less than Dura-Ace?
If I had to ride, yeah.
No, you can't say that.
No. I couldn't ride the Euro bike.
No, I think that.
No.
If you've got into cycling, the Euro bike is most people would draw a line at that.
Yeah.
But it's a working bike. It's good for certain aspects and good for some people. Yeah.
Sergio Diaz says semi-integration is much better cable routing than full integration.
Yeah, I'm actually completely agreeing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like the way that some manufacturers now are like, just hiding the cables with like removable covers, and rather than like, oh, I need to take my shifters off, I've got to disconnect the brake hose and it all runs through the handlebars. What else have we got?
IGV. A gravel bike is just a rebranded cyclocross bike. Right. Now,
did you write this?
No, I disagree with that because they're not. They are distinctly different things. You've got more clearance, you've got different geometry, you've got like just a different sort of use case. They are different.
Okay. All right.
Cyclocross bikes.
They are very different.
Cyclocross bikes aren't as good as gravel bikes. That's my other controversial opinion, which are also pointless because you just get a mountain bike or a road bike.
Okay. Gregor says, no one who doesn't race needs a bike that costs beyond 4,000 euros or dollars. I could kind of get on board with that, but it does remove the element of like how cool it is if you've got access to the top end stuff, because it is like real luxury.
Young Mo, 11 speed is enough.
That's definitely going to be unpopular with a lot of people.
I like the way Young Mo is spelt with a J, but when you say it, it sounds like Young Mo from... Was there a character Young Mo in EastEnders? That was Little Mo.
I've literally no idea. I've never watched it.
No. Young Mo.
What else have we got?
Red Wings 44, mechanical is better than electronic.
Yeah. It depends how you describe better.
Red Wings says, I actually think my opinion is pretty popular.
But not based on what manufacturers are selling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn the Illuminati.
Yeah, god damn it. Go on, we can get one more in. God, there's so many to choose from.
Gregor.
Yeah. Oh, I've done that one.
Oh.
We've done that.
Try real hard. I think this person's a triathlete.
Yeah.
So take this one with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Rim brakes with an aluminium braking surface, good quality calipers and pads are powerful enough for anyone on the road.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I do as well, actually. Lots of people will think that's unpopular, but such is life.
Do you know what we should do? A braking test. Disc brakes versus rim brakes with like aluminium rims and good pads.
All right.
That'd be a good brake test, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Okay, well, we haven't got all day to go through everyone's unpopular opinion, but it was mega reading through them.
There's some good ones.
If you've got any that you've got a real burning desire to share with us, I mean, just let us know in the comments section down below, shall we?
Yes. You probably disagree with ours as well.
Yeah. Right, enough on that. Let's move on to hot tech.
Yes. We're going to begin hot tech with some hot steaming rules from the UCI.
Do you reckon anyone realised there's absolutely nothing in that cup?
Don't worry about that. Anyway, so these are rules made for where the UCI does have jurisdiction, which isn't here.
Yeah.
Towards, well, firstly, time trial positions, but this is also relevant to track bike positions if you're watching for the Olympics. So it's an interesting little tech development.
It is.
Because the Olympics is this year as well.
All right.
Isn't it? No. Wait. No.
23,
no, it's not.
24.
24.
20.
Tokyo threw me out. Anyway.
Yeah. This is some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the time trial extensions, the handlebars that we're talking about.
Yeah. So the first rule is, previously the rule was that when you had tri-bar extensions on your track bike or TT bike, they had a maximum permissible angle of 15 degrees, which is about that.
At best. I think it's less than that, but yeah.
Now,
demonstration.
This has been changed to 30 degrees.
Yeah.
I think it's plus or minus 30 degrees. So you could see people going...
Minus 30 degrees.
Lower now, but like, yeah. So now you can have your hands higher at like 30 degrees, right? Now this has come because of manufacturers. You're actually talking to manufacturers and
riders and teams.
And this is good because it is the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
Because what we'd got into previously is this bizarre situation where riders wanted to have high hands. And this is because when you have high hands, you can sort of get your head behind your hands and get more aero. But so what riders were doing was they would have their extensions at their maximum 15 degrees, and then they would just hold on to the extensions with their pinkies like this,
get your hands
and then
really
get their
high.
hands high. But that meant that they were being unsafe and their hands weren't fully on the bars controlling the bike. So I think this is the correct thing to do.
So it's a step towards a slightly safer bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other small change that is regarding clothing. So you know all those integrated number pockets that we've seen
Yeah.
used predominantly in time trials, but then they've started to be moved across into road racing and bunch races.
Yeah.
Well, the UCI have now banned them in bunch events.
So while I applaud
Yeah.
the higher extension angle rule,
Yeah.
that's good.
Fantastic.
This rule, I'm not on board with this.
Not happy about that.
No, I understand why they've done it because number pockets are really useful
Yeah.
on a lot of commercial, like
Super good. I think you give a clean line to your bike.
yeah, and you don't have to start messing around with pins and
Yeah.
stretching your jersey over your knees, and
Pretty old school, isn't it?
it's antiquated.
Yeah.
But the problem is not all number pockets are equal. So, like for example, no pins were
Yeah.
big innovators of this,
Yeah.
and they started actually as a pocket company doing pockets primarily before they then moved into.
They were like
their own thing.
retrofitting them into other kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And theirs is like a clear plastic pop thing.
Yeah.
But other brands have they patented that, so
Yeah.
other brands have come on and tried to copy it. And what some brands do is have like a mesh, which is a bit opaque and it's not as clear. And so
Yeah.
that then creates a problem for race commissaires.
Can't even see the riders' numbers that
Yeah,
clearly.
it creates a problem for like TV people
Well,
as
photo
well.
finishes is a big one.
Because
Yeah.
the number isn't as clearly
Yeah.
visible through the pocket. So, well, even speaking to like Lloydie, commentating on GCN Plus, he says sometimes not being able to see the number through the jersey,
Big
it
disadvantage.
can be a problem for commentators.
Dan was
trying to
actually really in
identify riders.
favour of this ban, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. We disagreed heavily with him.
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah, we tried our best.
Yeah, but no, I think that they need to actually work out a way of solving this and having number pockets, because
Okay.
I think they are a positive thing.
Oh, that's good. Glad we cleared that up. I mentioned at the start of the show we were going to discuss a couple of the key changes in terms of equipment around two big teams, so Jumbo-Visma and UAE Team Emirates. First up, should we do Jumbo-Visma?
Yeah.
Yeah, so big change for them is they're no longer using Shimano, they've now switched to SRAM, as well as using reserve wheels. Now, interesting thing here is, we were talking about that aero moped the other week, the aero sensors all
Yes.
over it.
Yeah.
I did the tiniest little bit of extra research, right? Turns out it's a testing method from reserve wheels. And they've been doing it for
Interesting.
not ages, but a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's where that sort of technology and testing methods transferred across from.
Interesting what they're looking at there.
And then UAE Team Emirates, big change for them, gone from Campag to Shimano. You had a first look at the new Colnago as well, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did. Also, I just remembered one thing. Oh, it's been a good Christmas. The other thing I remembered is there's new SRAM shifters been spotted.
Oh,
So
yeah, how have we not
speaking
got those?
of
Right. Yeah.
Jumbo switching to SRAM, Movistar still use SRAM as well.
Yeah.
And on Movistar bikes, they were spotted new shifters. And the way these were identified is the rest of the group set looks the same, but the current SRAM Red ETAP shifters, they're with the hydraulic housing in the hood, they're quite bulky hoods. These
Larger,
shifters
yeah.
had much smaller hoods, but were still hydraulic disc brakes. Suggests that they've got a redesigned hood which is smaller. But we're yet to have this confirmed by SRAM.
Yeah, hopefully soon though.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Where was I? Where were we talking about? New Colnago, yeah. So you had a look at this last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
V4 RS.
So some of the updates from UAE Team Emirates. Now using Shimano instead of Campag. They're going to be using NV wheels on the road and on the time trial bikes. I think they're using the Princeton Works wheels. And they've moved across from Pirelli to Conti tyres. A few little changes and updates for you there. Right, okay, what's next in Hot Tech then?
What is quite possibly the ultimate analog mechanical rear derailleur. This is called the Rene Hurst Nivex. Looks
Wow.
really nice, doesn't it?
This thing looks incredible. And so this is works using a very different method to what we're maybe familiar with a traditional derailleur system. So in case you've never taken a normal derailleur off of your bike, it has a couple of different springs and a double parallelogram design. I can't remember.
In order to maintain chain tension
Yeah. So
over
how-
the different size sprockets.
Yeah, so the way a mechanical derailleur works, you've got the cable tension basically working against the spring which is in the derailleur. So this derailleur has removed the need for that spring and is using a dual cable design, which it calls a desmodromically.
My name's Alex and I can read.
Yeah. It operates desmodromically, which is a word I've never ever heard of until I asked you about it a second ago.
Desmodromic valves.
Yeah, so instead of having the spring operate in one direction for the derailleur and the cable fighting against it, you've now got opposing cables, which creates a positive shift either way, depending on which way.
It's quite a curious design. It's a nice looking mechanical object, this. It's a curious design. One of the big differences is it doesn't attach onto a rear mech hanger position.
That is a big difference, yeah.
The guy who's come up with this says that that's an antiquated solution, and it's quite vulnerable having the mech in that place, as you will know if you've come off and bikes always fall drive side down, like buttered toast. Just one of those things. So this is actually mounted onto the chainstay.
Yeah, so you need a special braze-on mount for this. So you're not going to be able to retrofit this onto a carbon frame with much ease, but aluminium steel frames should be a lot easier.
Yeah, and it's designed to work with a down tube shifter as well. So for sort of retro bikes, really cool.
Or anyone that likes being able to take stuff apart, service it. This is the sort of derailleur that you could buy and potentially keep for the rest of your life.
That's what you'd hope. I think the key thing is that the maker of this says it isn't for everyone. It freely admits that. But for kind of like retro modern builds, could be really cool. And it's compatible with 6-speed and 12-speed drivetrains.
And everything in between.
I guess.
A few little stats for you. $729, and it weighs just 176 grams. Significantly lighter than other derailleurs because, well, you're using that twin cable design and stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Really cool. I do like that. And then finally in Hot Tech this week, we should mention that the ZRL Zwift Racing League round 3 starts next week on the 10th, I think, on Monday. So I thought I'd just throw it out there if that's your thing. No, I'm in training. Track, individual pursuit. I can't be doing Zwift racing. It's going to ruin my training regime.
Right. More Hot Tech next week. Time now for comments of the week. Cue Manon's jingle.
Comments of the week.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Right. Who we got this week?
Ken Smith first, underneath last week's show. I'm American and I never wear underwear while watching GCN.
There was quite a lot of people who comment. This was about where we were saying don't wear underwear underneath cycling shorts.
Yeah.
Which is once you know that you're not supposed to do that, don't do it. Okay, you might not know when you first start. That's fine. Yeah. Everyone starts them. But so many people were commenting, going like, "Oh no, I always wear underwear." And I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. I mean, you can if you really want to, but it's not an optimum, is it?
Right, anyway.
You're quite passionate about it.
You can lead a horse to water.
But anyway. You can't convince him to take his pants off.
No. Alter Rex says, congratulations to the three of you on a great year of informative content. Looking forward to 2023. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks
Appreciate it. On the cheap stuff on Amazon video.
Yeah.
If you've not seen it, if you want to have a laugh at my expense, go watch it.
Please do. I honestly couldn't stop laughing.
Okay, Yankee Charlie says, Ollie looks like he just started cycling and spent all of his money on the bike and had no money left for his kit. Very
that
good.
Actually did look like what happened.
It does.
Yeah. You had a, over £10,000 bike and about £100 worth of everything else?
Yeah.
If that?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Maverick Lim SK, please continue doing more of these cheap/budget videos. Appreciate it. Happy New Year. I think we're going to. We like doing both.
Now, there were quite a few comments on that video about complaining about, this is Alex's fault because he bought shorts that were really small and he made me wear them inside out. That's how they were on the picture.
I hold my hands up to it. I did, yeah.
What I would point out is, though, so we listen to the comments. Don't worry. We listen to you guys. One thing, though, is even if those shorts were in the right size and were worn the other way around, I still don't recommend them.
Yeah. Okay, but we'll revisit the budget stuff. I quite like doing top-end race stuff and budget stuff.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nice.
Victor Schneider says that now we know Team GCN is afraid of Ollie's improvement from being dropped to dropper, they actively try to sabotage him with the wrong-sized and cheap clothing.
Yes. Saw straight through my plan.
Great.
And then one final comment was from our maintenance video of indoor training mistakes and fails. And someone says, why waste your time putting on new bar tape? Just throw the bike in the garage and buy a new one. If you get sweat on your wooden floor, just buy a new house. I feel like they're getting a little bit carried away here on some of this sort of concepts.
We'd all like to be ballers, wouldn't we?
Love to. But if you're going to take that approach to life, send all that moderately new stuff our way.
Yeah.
Yeah, send it over. That's it. More comments next week. Love reading them out. Should we go on to the bike vault?
Yes.
Bike vault.
Wow. Ooh, that is very nice.
Don't jump the gun.
Okay.
Right. It's now time for the bike vault.
So this is the part of the show where you submit pictures of your bike in the GCN app, and then we judge them to either be nice or super nice. If they're super nice, Alex rings the bell and they go in the bike vault forever. You can also play along at home and vote yourself on all the bikes that are featured. Talking of which, the most super nice voted bike last week by you guys in the app was this one, Chasen Spims, with a S-Works tarmac, custom painted with Campagnolo on it, lightweight wheels.
Wow.
A ceramic speed oversized, but look at that custom paint job.
I really like that.
I do really like it, but
Jaunty angle.
the precarious bollard placement,
Yeah.
the jaunty angle, the mismatched bottles,
I actually think the chain is too long.
the saddlebag with the strap hanging down is slightly underexposed, actually. We can't see much stem detail.
So I had a close look a second ago. I couldn't decide if it was like taken on a really fancy camera and got a really shallow depth of like the focus, or if it's just a smartphone that's like actively blurred the background.
It is a smartphone that's actively blurred it out, because if you look where the wheels are, you can see that the smartphone's got confused. So inside the wheel is perfectly focused. Outside of the wheel is out of focus. Nice. I'm sorry, everyone. You're all wrong. That is not a super nice. Jason Tij-Sealing is next.
New gravel bike.
He's got a new gravel bike.
It's a Velo.
A Sparrow.
I like this, and I like the colour.
Ooh. He's done a good job there, hasn't he?
Well, it's in Biggie Smalls, that's for sure.
It certainly is.
Valves are aligned, cranks are aligned. Those pedals have a giant platform on them, which could have been aligned if they really thought about it.
Is that chain too long?
No, it's because it's in like the 10-tooth sprocket, I think.
Okay. It's nicely presented. That's a super nice.
Yeah, super nice.
Nice boulders in the background as well.
Lovely
nice
boulders.
Rockery.
Yeah. Walter
Tush
with a specialised Venge S-Works McLaren from a few years back. They did that partnership.
When I worked in a bike shop, we had one of these in the bike shop, and it was the most expensive bike in the shop. And one day a man came in and bought it. That's a good story, isn't it?
That's a great story. What a way to start 23 off.
Yeah.
Hopefully the stories will sort of get more elaborate towards the end of the year.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so I really like that bike. I don't know why. Maybe it's the one that was in the bike shop that I worked in.
It is a jaunty angle. It could have been balanced up a lot better. Valves are not aligned. It's not in Biggie Smalls.
We're going nice on that.
I would love to give that a super nice.
I would as well.
Nah, it's just a nice, sorry.
Caden Nord 7 with
They say,
Vitus
my crank's straight.
Xenium.
Well, the cranks are straight, yeah.
It's in the snow.
Yeah, it is.
It's very... Oh, I don't know what to make of this.
Is it a bike angel? Where there's like a snow angel?
I think we just go full marks for originality. Super nice.
We make the rules, we'll break them. Super nice for that. And yes, your cranks are straight, level, whichever you want to call it. Aero Beer Muscle.
Okay.
Original name.
With a Javelin Asti.
What is that? Oh, wow. It's got one of those aero crank covers on it. I've never seen one of those in the wild.
That is cool, isn't it?
Yeah. What's all the stuff in the background?
They look like old train wheels, maybe, piled up.
Are they called train wheels?
Oh, they look a bit big for train wheels.
Giant
Maybe they are
train wheels?
I don't know.
A train wheel is not
They look
bigger
like
than a road
axles,
bike,
don't they?
Yeah.
I think they are wheels with axles. Yeah.
Well, the bike is actually quite well presented, I must say. It would appear everything is lined
I'm
up.
go super nice now. Go super nice.
Yeah.
Go super nice.
Yeah, all right, super nice.
Cool.
Boardman.
Fat Boy Spin.
Yes, what a username.
That's a good
2014.
I like that one.
Right, this is our last Bike Vault submission for the first show of the year. Lovely background.
is that?
Snow-capped mountains in the background. I don't know
That-
where it is. Have they said?
It
No.
looks like Skipsea.
Who?
Skipsea.
What's that?
It's a place in England.
Okay.
Looks just like that. Do you know?
Well, the bike is a little bit hard to see because it's quite dark.
Again, this
to
is
see.
like this is like it could have been a Superniced. Those old Boardmans, I prefer.
I quite
I
like
don't know if this is controversial or uncontroversial opinion.
Well-
I prefer the old Boardman logo like that rather than the new one.
Yeah, I was going to say I quite like the
The old
colourway of this
CB
bike.
Boardman one like that,
Yeah.
with the yellow and the because the yellow and the white is like the Lotus. I like that one.
Yeah, I
anyway,
like that.
I'm going to go.
Well, it's just a nice for
It's
me,
a
I'm
nice.
afraid.
Could have been a super nice.
Yeah, super nice, worthy. Yeah, that wraps up this week's show. It wraps up the Bike Vault. I've had a great time. It's nice to be back for the first time in 2023.
Oh yeah.
I hope you had a good Christmas and New Year, did you?
Oh, it's bloody great.
Oh, I love it.
Anyway, also you might spot I'm wearing this rather trendy new.
That is
new
actually.
hoodie.
Did you
I
get
like
it for
this one.
Christmas?
I really like this one. It's I did, yeah. So it's an Alpe d'Huez one with this nice like design of Alpe d'Huez on it. This is the thing. But yeah, it's available in shop.global cycling network.
Without breaking eye contact with me, what is the length of the Alpe d'Huez climb?
Well, it depends which segment you choose.
The one that's on your jumper.
12.8.
13.9. You got it wrong. See you next week. Bye.